What's up, guys? Stan here from Rocky Creek. Welcome back. So we're going to talk about the DIY chicken feed that we did several months back, and how did it work, and are we still using it? So those of y'all that may be new to our channel, if you go back in older videos, there was a time where we made our own chicken feed, and the reason for that was because we want to see if it would be better quality for our animals. We already were getting our pellet layer feed from a local mill, and we felt really good about that, but I always want to see if we can do things a little bit better. Now, if you haven't seen that video, it's a combination of black oil sunflower seeds, corn, oats, flaxseed, and millet, and you can go back to that video and see the percentages of what and we kind of did it as a basis off of another channel, Sawyer Ridge Farms homemade feed that they use. So as you can see, we still have the feed here on our homestead, and we are still using it. I opened the bucket. Now look, everybody wants to come and check it out because the chickens do really like it. What are you just gonna steal you a little snack? What's going on here? Yeah? All right. So obviously the chickens do love it, and we're still using it, but we're probably not using it quite to the level of what you think. It is not our sole feed, and let me explain why. So guys, let's talk about it. Was this feed more beneficial and better off, both cost-wise and productivity-wise for the chickens, than my normal layer pellet from my local mill? The answer is no. I do not think it was more beneficial that I could tell in the long run. Obviously we still have it, and let me talk about why. So first, I fed this homemade feed for almost 2 months solid as a sole feed, no layer pellets. My chickens were very healthy, they were very happy, but I did not notice a significant change in the overall health or production of eggs from my chickens. So once I noticed that I really didn't see a change, because yes, my chickens were already producing well, they were very healthy, I decided from a cost point, I'm gonna go back to using my layer feed. But what I've started doing though is I've been doing about a 50-50 mixture of homemade feed and pelletized layer feed. I usually will do like this size cup. I'll do 1 scoop of this and 1 scoop of layer pellets. Now what I'm also doing, since we're getting into the colder months, is essentially what's in here is the same as what would be in a scratch grain, with some additional items such as the black oil sunflowers, the flaxseed, and things like that. So what I've been doing, when we're gonna have a really cold night, I will throw some additional of the homemade feed out as like a scratch grain to help the chickens stay a little warmer at night while they're digesting this stuff, because it does take longer for them to digest and therefore produces more body heat at night, helping to keep them warm. So does the homemade feed work, the recipe that we used? It absolutely does. Is it of a cost benefit, and did I see a huge change to make me want to solely use this feed moving forward? The answer was no. So if you want to do homemade feed for the health of your chickens, you're more than welcome to do so. But for my area and my mill, this was more expensive. For Sawyer Ridge Farm, it was cheaper for them in their area. But another issue that I have in my area, if I wanted to continue solely DIY chicken feed, is that not all the items are readily available all year long. So either I would have to buy in larger quantities to prepare and plan for the off season, or I run the risk of not having all the items needed for my feed. For me in this area, because it's all locally sourced at my mill, is the black oil sunflower seeds come and go with the season. So for me, what my plan is moving forward is that I will continue to make this DIY feed, but I'm going to use it at about a 50% base and not as a sole ration. I will also use it as a more beneficial scratch grain in the long run. So you can absolutely follow the recipe. It does great, but for my particular hens, comparing it to my local feed that my local mill produced, I did not see a huge benefit that would make me want to solely utilize this when you factor in the cost. But we will continue to use it in conjunction with our feed, because I do think the chickens love it and I think that they really enjoy it. So guys, I hope this update on the DIY chicken feed helps you out to understand on whether or not you should try it or not. You know, it really comes down to in your area, how accessible are the items that you need to make it, how accessible is an already good quality pelletized feed in your area versus what is a lot of times commercially available in a lot of your larger feed stores or big box stores, and you kind of figure out what's best for you. It will definitely work. It is definitely, your chickens will love it, but you got to figure out in the long run, based on your area and what the cost is and what you have available in terms of commercial feed or largely produced feeds in comparison, or the ingredients needed to make DIY feed, what's going to work better for you. But it absolutely works. The chickens love it. We're going to continue to use it in a kind of a 50% basis in addition to our normal pelletized feed. But definitely, if you need to go back, check that video out. I'll take you along the steps to do it. It's one of our earlier videos that we did here on our channel. But guys, as always, I hope this update helped you out. Y'all take care. We appreciate you coming along. And until then, y'all be good. We'll see you here real soon on the next episode. Y'all be good.